In the rotation.
Charge. Yes. All right, Jenks, we're talking Padres and Brewers in San Diego for this one, where the Padres are favored -115. And before you say, no one cares, listen, the Brewers and the Padres are actually two of the better teams in the National League right now. We have the Brew Crew coming in at 26-15 and the Padres at 27-14. So two good teams squaring off here. Adrian Hauser gets the ball for the Brewers. He's 3-4 with a 3.22 ERA. And then it's Nick Martinez, 2-2 with a 3.89 ERA going for the Padres. Jenks, how do you see this one playing out?
I can't get a read on this game. Padres are playing better baseball right now. They've won 4 straight. But I'm thinking maybe I'll take a stab at the under with the total set at 8. Adrian Hauser and Nick Martinez have been solid this year, and I think Hauser is better than his record indicates. But then I worry because both of these teams are in the top 10 in runs per game. If I'm banking on these relievers or these starters pitching well out of the gate, I guess I would go under, but I'm not a big fan of this game. What do you think?
Same thing off the top of my head. And then I was looking at the stats because initially I thought to myself, well, the Brewers can't hit, right? No, actually, they're a top 5 offense right now.
Yeah.
5th in baseball with an OPS of 729, which is actually really good. So we're talking about this Brewers team that's actually been hotter to the over than I had expected. If you look at some of the numbers from over the course of the season, the Brewers over-under record away is 10-8-3, which actually means they're hitting the over in a lot of these matchups. And both of these pitchers have hit the over in 2 of their last 3. It's not a indictment on them. It's just some of these games have gone over when it's gone to the bullpen. I think I would still lean towards the under, but I think seeing all those numbers makes me off of the under, and I would have to play something else. I will say one of the other metrics that kind of stood out to me is the Brewers strike out a lot. So maybe a strikeout prop for Nick Martinez. I just now saw the number. It's 4.5, which I don't know. I think I would lean towards the over there, but would need to do a little more digging because we just got these strikeout props. So I haven't had a ton of time to dive in.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm going to stay away from that. I haven't had time to cap it just yet, but I would probably, I think I'm just going to stay away. And I had the same, we had the mind meld there for a second. I was like, oh, it's under. The Brewers can't hit. I know San Diego can hit okay, but the Brewers, like you said, are hitting the baseball very well right now. So this is sort of right there. The total is spot on where it should be. I think ultimately I'm going to stay away.
All right, so let's head to the Cardinals and the Blue Jays. This one in St. Louis. Miles Mikolas for St. Louis going for the Cardinals. And then it's Jose Barrios for the Blue Jays, who is 3-2 with a 4.83 ERA. Mikolas 3-2 as well with a 1.68 ERA. Looking at strikeout props for both of these guys, Mikolas and Barrios, both set at 4.5. I think initially I'd lean towards Jose Barrios under 4.5 strikeouts for -145. The juice is on this because the Cardinals are not striking out. They're one of the best lineups in all of baseball at seeing the ball, being patient, and not striking out. So I think I would lean towards that initially, but let's take a look at the full game. And Jenks, initially, what do you think on this one?
I love the Cardinals on the money line. And Mikolas has been awesome this season, but he's undefeated at home, Chelsa, in 4 starts, has an ERA of 1.80. And Barrios has gotten a little bit better, off to a rough start this season, still has an ERA over 6. Cardinals have the advantage at the plate as well. They average more than 5 runs per game. That's 6th in Major League Baseball. The Jays are also 1-5 in their last 6 games as a road dog. I think the Cardinals at home at -115 is a lot of value.
Right, and we've seen this line kind of flip where St. Louis was -105 to open, and since they have moved to as much as -120 across some books. So I think I would follow that money movement. And Jenks, we got a little time left. You know what that means? 60 seconds on the clock as Jenks is going to talk a little hockey.
1 minute minor.
Guys, we finally got on the right side Friday, so let's keep it going in Florida between the Panthers and Lightning. Game 4, Panthers even money on the money line. Lightning are -120, total set at 6.5. I'm rolling with the defending champs. Pull off the sweep. Tampa has been in this spot before. The Bolts are completely overwhelming the Panthers, who just have not been ready for this moment. One of the big reasons why, the play of Andrei Vasilevsky, who has been beyond brilliant. His save percentage is through the roof during the postseason, particularly coming out of that series against the Leafs, somewhere around like 970 or something. That is ridiculous against the highest scoring team in the league in the Panthers. Tampa Bay has been in this spot before. They have the experience, and the Panthers have had no answer for that frontline talent that Tampa brings to the table. Ross Colton has 5 playoff goals to lead the way, and we all know he has a ridiculous amount of talent around him. The Panthers look completely outclassed here. They have not shown a pulse. I'm riding with the Lightning to get a sweep, -120 money line, BetMGM.
You missed the buzzer, Jenks. Does it even count?
No, it does not. I'll read it again later, and maybe I'll get it right. I'm glad to see us leaning right back into the negativity. We were positive for about 5 minutes, and now it's just straight negative.
Well, nobody wants to hear too much positivity because we
Agreed.
all know that super positive person in our lives that you just want to roll your eyes at them. You're like, all right, at some point you got to, talk trash about one of our friends. Do you have a friend like that that's just too nice?
Yeah, it's probably me. That's what I hate. I'm probably the guy that everyone hates. Like, this guy is always like being positive, being eternally like trying to be motivational to other people. But then again, I'm different with other people as opposed to like how I treat myself. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like I'll give someone some good advice and trying to help them out. But if I'm facing a similar situation, then I handle it differently. I'm like, why don't I just take my own advice? I don't know.
I just think people who are too nice, sometimes they just come across as not interesting. I think you need a little villain in you.